All right, we back, man. It's Made in County podcast, man, where we're gonna be going over different things, man. Segment of the show, this is the Made in County live screens, where we just gonna be going over different, viral moments that's out right now, different things that's going out in the media. Different little things, man. To help, get up in the analytics and to help get up in the, algorithm a little bit more, man. You know what I'm saying? We do more than just music, man. We vlog, we get into a lot of different things on this channel, so y'all gonna be looking forward to seeing it, man. Yeah. There's a lot of different things going on in the media, as you can see. Different things. We're gonna see what's cracking out here. We're gonna see what the streets talking about. We're gonna see what they talking about in the streets, y'all. Y'all wanna check and see what's going on in the streets. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Boom.
So, this is the craziest thing of it all. Okay, so y'all know the YSL trial. YSL trial. All right, let's just go to images real quick, something like that. They were charged with a state RICO, right? Which is the violating the Georgia state RICO charge and gang whatever. There's certain statutes that actually dictate and govern gang associations. Anyway, there was 18 or 22 people charged, and essentially what happened, by the time it got to trial, it was like 7 or 8. Most of them took pleas. Some of them they can't find. I think 2 or 3. And everyone else took pleas, including Gunner in the and third, and now we have Thug, who's now in court. Now, remember when this all started? We floated ideas and actual speculations, but it was actual word on the street that people were saying this all started because Young Thug got, and this is all alleged. So when I'm speaking to you, I'm not saying it happened or not. I'm telling you what's word on the street. They're saying it's been up for Young Thug, and all this had started since Young Thug allegedly had Donovan Nut Thomas killed. Let's look up the name. Donovan Nut Thomas. Now, who is this guy? Right? This is this guy here. He was the guy who was managing Rich Homie Quan. He was a part of the Inglewood Mafia family. Now, the Inglewood Mafia family gang were beefing with YSL. Multiple shootings.
Those academics, he breaking down the whole Young Thug YSL, indictment, and the beef that Young Thug supposedly have with YFN Lucci. And we don't know for sure what they had going on. We don't get all that.
Whatever. They also accused each other. Well, more the Inglewood Mafia family guys saying, "Hey, yo, y'all shot one of our homies last night, and you're snitching on him." Like they were basically saying YSL had members who would shoot you and snitch on you. So they've been telling us that YSL was snitch. Now, granted, ironically, Jeffrey, who has commented on snitches in media, never commented on the snitches in his own camp. Ironic, it's coming back to bite him. So here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing why I bring up Donovan Thomas. Oh, and by the way, this is obituary from the this is obituary from the funeral home when he died. Oh my God!
Everybody shit. Heck, man, get with me, man. Type in, man.
The obituary. So January 10th, 2015. Here's the funeral service stuff. Wow. A tribute wall, this and third. Wow. This is what it is. Wow, they could use a better picture of him, right? Got him just with like a bust down watch on and a chain and a wife beater. They could use a different picture. Anyway, here's the thing.
The Made in the County sponsored podcast by your host ShockDezil, man.
Part of the defense for Young Thug is street conversations that Donovan Nut Thomas was fucking the DA. Fonnie Willis. We know this face. We know this name. By the way, she got a little bumper on her. So matter of fact, y'all want to see that? Come on, we know she got that little bump. She got that little. You know, you can see under that corporate dress. She got that little bumper on her. I ain't gonna hold you. You heard me? Now, this is crazy. And what I mean this is crazy is because a woman, and by the way, I'm only talking in speculation. I'm talking in definitive. I'm talking about what allegedly the streets are saying and what people have been saying as rumor. Do I notice this fact? I don't. But people been saying everybody knows that Fonnie Willis was dealing with Donovan Nut Thomas at a point. Now, the thing is, that is already some type of work impropriety already. Because if the leader in the county, which is the district attorney, who's supposed to make decisions on are we taking this to trial and make prosecutorial decisions within the county, if they're sleeping with a possible criminal, which I'm not going to say Donovan Nut Thomas was, but if you're sleeping with, that would probably be a conflict of interest. Correct? Cool. Now, what have people said with that? Because that sounds like a wild claim. What people have said is, well, apparently in her office, so you know, she went through a time where she wasn't DA. She was actually district. She went from an assistant DA or something like that, and she went to a defense attorney, right? And then when she was a defense attorney, that's when she represented YSL Mondo. Remember? Fonnie Willis, YSL Mondo. Let's see if we can find the Mondo thing. Probably can't find a picture, but he represented YSL Mondo, okay? Now, ironically, when the YSL indictment comes down, we get the like Slug, what was his name, Walter Murphy? He gets indicted, even though, by the way, he claims he denounced the gang years ago. But guess who doesn't get indicted? Another co-founder, YSL Mondo, does not get indicted. Why might that be the case? That might be the case because that's another conflict of interest. You know why? Well, man, you're the head prosecutor in town. You just indicted the gang that I'm supposedly in. But when you were a defense attorney, you were defending me on me being in a gang. That would be a conflict of interest. So we don't know if that's the reason why, but ironically, he's not even indicted. He didn't get charged. You would have a great case to say it's a conflict of interest because the person who's now prosecuting, you got to realize it's attorney-client privilege. Think about this. Attorney-client privilege, they're talking, he says to Fonnie Willis, yeah, I'm part of YSL. He throws up all them signs in, you know, S stands for this, L stands for this, IME, all that bullshit. And then Fonnie Willis like, okay, I got you. Goes into court, defends him successfully, gets to be the head DA 3 years later, and says, remember the nigga I defended successfully? That nigga told me he was YSL. He was on that shit, talking about slime and slap, wiping his nose like he had a cold. Let's get that nigga indicted too. Most reasonable judges would be like, that's
slime and slat wiping his nose. Actually drawing.
Problematic. They would probably not throw out the case, but probably change the prosecutor or change the jurisdiction that this might be convenient in because you're the head DA of the entire county. So he wasn't charged. Now, again, you could, I'm saying as assumptions and hypotheticals. But if you start listening closely, what I'm saying makes a lot of sense. So he wasn't charged, even though randomly he then gets caught afterwards for some non-related charges, and he's back in jail. But yeah, I didn't want to throw him in a YSL case, even though afterwards he came up.
Free Thug, man. Free the song, man. Free Slat, man. Free Thug, man. Free everybody that's in a bad situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Free all the rhythms.
This platform, another platform, still talking about that YSL shit. Okay. But he didn't get charged. Just watch. So now, it was said that Fonnie Willis, who used to allegedly maybe date, fuck, who knows, allegedly, Donovan Nut Thomas,
Some greedy shit.
Fonnie Willis, promised Donovan Nut Thomas. By the way, I ain't gonna lie to you. For a nigga who was 26, no disrespect, and God rest his dead and shit, this nigga look at least 45. But anyway, beside the point. Allegedly, Fonnie Willis promised the parents or the mother of Donovan Nut Thomas, right, that she was going to get justice for his murder. Now, that's been since 2015.
This getting a little bit too much.
Here's the thing.
I want to check out this. Birdman on Discovery Lil Wayne.
They haven't been able to convict nobody for it. They actually arrested some people, discharged them.
Ready for that too. Sales solution that lets you sell in stores.
Shout out to Cash Money, Young Money Records, man.
As we celebrate hip-hop turning 50, it's been the soundtrack of your life.
Definitely.
And you've made it the soundtrack of many of our lives.
Definitely.
The influence you've had. So it's my honor to welcome to the Renaissance man, Brian Williams. Big cheers.
My bad, y'all.
Congratulations
Knocking shit over.
for all you've done. For yourself, for others. And the first thing I thought about when I looked at your amazing influence, not only in music, but in our culture, who influenced you?
I was strictly influenced by my daddy. It was my world to me, and I lost him at a young age. So I grew up around a lot of debts, and I made debt make me stronger, not weaker. When I watched it weak my family, so I didn't want to be like my family. I wanted to be better, so I could make just a change. Not saying I ain't want to be like them, because I saw a lot of them that made them turn to drugs, and I ain't want to go that route.
So for those that have not been to the community that you grew up in, give us a description of where you grew up.
Poverty, real ghetto, uptown New Orleans, drugs, murder, prostitution, just a hard life, like everybody struggling. It's hard to make it. It's like we call it a crab in a bucket. If one get up, majority of people that we thought will make it got killed in where we come from. So and murder become numb to you. So just growing up, it was just what it was. We was born in it, so we seen it, and we had to live through it and figure it out and try to make
Shout out to Young Money, man.
what others went through.
Birdman,
we be better,
Stunner, man.
and our sacrifice be different.
Shout out to Stunner.
So I never met my father. And for you to lose your father so very young, what kind of influence did that have on you?
I lost my mama first. I lost her at 2 years old. I was moved to Canada. I lived in Prince George, Canada. And when I came back, I was in the boys' home. Then I got adopted by my father.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. See, this is why we're doing this. And I'm really grateful that you took the time. By the way, y'all see we in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
We doing it big. The
Miami
had a game tonight.
We fell short, but we're going to bounce back.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk more about the dynamics of your parents and losing your parents. What kind of impact did that have on you as a young man?
Oh, man. Losing my mom, I never recovered in life. I'm still haven't recovered in life. And losing my father, like he was my everything, because he adopted us. He brought us back to him when I was living in the boys' home. In the boys' home, in my 5-6 years in the boys' home, I was adopted by a white family. I stayed with them for like a year, and I decided I wanted to go back because I wanted to be with my brothers and sisters. But when my father got us back, he passed away, and then I just turned to the streets. That became my family, the streets.
So, for a young man that was bounced around in so many different areas of his life, and now you see young people, as we do, like glorifying being in prison, glorifying the street life. Tell us what being in the streets was like for you.
I started so young, but you know, in New Orleans, you're on the edge every day. We call it your head on a swivel. So you gotta be on your game because you could go, that come fast. So how we grew up, we was prepared for
Cooking.
we were prepared for everything, anything. And penitentiary was honestly like a second home for us because we learned that at a young age. So if we go to jail, we know how to do time. So just that lifestyle, I just ain't know no better, so I was in it. And once I was incarcerated and I read the Bible, it changed my insight about life and what I wanted to do with my life. And when I came home, I did something different and started my company at 16 years old, making 17. I started Cash Money Records.
At 16?
Yeah.
That's when you got started it?
Yeah.
So, obviously, if you're in the streets and you're starting your label at 16 and you calling it Cash Money, that means you was really getting some bread.
Yeah, we was young and popping. We was young and making a name. We thought we was making a name for ourselves, but we really was lining ourselves up for the penitentiary.
So when did you know this company that you're starting with your brother Slim?
Right.
Big shout to him.
Godfather.
You guys, entrepreneurs so very young. When did you guys realize we can convert from the street life to being entrepreneurs and entertainers?
Well, starting Cash Money was solely my idea. And I went to my brother because it was something I wanted to do. Because we was already into real estate. I was buying houses and I had body shop, few car washes. I had different businesses at a young age in my brother and them names. So I said I want to completely stop music and do something different and let my past be my past. And I gave my life to it. I gave my soul to it. I looked at it like I could have lost my life this way. So I'm going to give my life this way. And as soon as I made that mental switch, I never looked back.
And being a leader of a label, that means you have to identify talent. And one of the greatest people in this industry to ever do that is you.
Facts.
What artist was the person that you felt like you were going to invest in to kick off the label?
I started with a lot of different artists, but I was young, just trying shit. I ain't know no better. I ain't never had nobody teach me, so I'm a kid, really, though. So I was just trying shit, but it really got really solid for me when BG came and Lil Wayne came, then Juvie came, then my daughter, rest in peace, Magnolia Shorty, Manny Fresh was around, and that's when I seen that I ain't have no other choice. I wasn't looking back regardless, but that's when I seen like we had some young talent and we could really, with grooming them, because I signed Wayne at 12, I signed BG at 13, and I seen that with the right grooming, these young boys could be stars because they was young and speaking above their age. They had a lot of street knowledge with their rap, so you thought they was older, but they really was younger.
And the crazy thing about being an icon, you could just say those names easy. Like
Facts.
Like BG. Like, tell me about like signing BG, being in the studio with him, nurturing him as an artist. That don't happen in the game no more.
Nah, that's
you talk about right. That don't.
That's really I put years into them.
Correct.
Before they became stars.
Correct.
because I signed him so young. I signed BG at 13. BG is from my neck of the woods, which is my neighborhood, and I knew he could rap, and I went to him, and I knew his mama, and he used to rap to me, and I liked him, so I used to let him be around me a lot. Same thing with Wayne. So them two used to be around me a lot, and I used to make them just write raps all day. You know, like y'all practice all day,
No question.
just write raps all day.
Absolutely.
And as soon as I do come around, I want to hear what they've been writing and rapping. So I kind of groomed them to be what they became. But I think they was born to rap. And then Juvenile came sharp. He came super sharp. Fresh was already in the game, but them three to me is somebody God put here to rap.
You're so very accomplished, and as I mentioned, hip hop is turning 50. What BG song did you realize he got it?
Want to make some serious cash on the side and fast? Cash that's 100% backed by the government? Sound too good to be true? Come closer.
Did you realize he got it?
The album Chopper Sit in the Ghetto, he was
Classic.
14, but
Classic.
nobody knew he was that young because he was so street mature. And that was a turning point for us. Because him and Lil Wayne did an album together called the BGs. They was like 12 and 13. Nobody never really heard it. But when we put out that Chopper Sit in the Ghetto, BG was 14, but he had a deep verse and he was mature. You thought he was a teenager with his lyrics and raps. And Fresh put the right music up under it. And that was the start of our legacy. After all the other artists I had before that, like the Pimp Daddy, UNLV, couple of them I had before that, but that broke off. But when BG came,
I'm gonna see what's popping on.
and we started that, that's when it was.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin prank. This is the reckoning. 2024. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
It's the viral interview with Cat Williams. This is Cat Williams released Club Shay Shay footage. Just probably gonna be the behind the scenes. It ain't released on
Slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna love him. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Cat Williams.
Thank you, sir.
How was that intro?
Magnificent. You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
It he's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a connoisseur. He's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Cat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guest. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike. And Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What?
There's nothing more frustrating than pouring your heart and soul into a new track and seeing your audience is uneven discovery.
So Ricky Smiley knows this. I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pool. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Cat Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with...
I hear Snoop Dogg say, man, look here, man, them streaming, you stream $1 billion and, man, you ain't really making no money. What's your thoughts on streaming?
They gotta be making money, because they giving me money. There's some money in that shit. Some real money.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle.
21 Savage, Club Shay Shay interview.
Pay the price, want a slice. Got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another special edition of On the Road with Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. The guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today is one of the most influential and well-respected artists of his generation. He's loved by millions worldwide. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. He's a hip-hop A-lister, a Grammy Award winner, gold and multi-platinum songwriter, record producer, businessman, humanitarian, father, UK-born, ATL raised, a bona fide superstar, 21 Savage. How was that intro? You like that intro? Did I leave out it?
I need Shay Shay do my intro. Fuck that.
You think I got a little extra time. I can add some more.
I ain't never heard no intro like that. I like that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, anytime you stop by, have a conversation with on Club Shay Shay, I got you a little drink. This is me right here, and because I want to toast the album, bro. That's you right there. American Dreams.
Yeah. It's good, but I don't drink.
You don't drink?
At all.
You just did that for me. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Good looking.
That for you.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and see code Shannon. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code Shannon. The crown is yours. You was born in London.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when you came to the U.S.?
Like 6, turning 7.
So do you remember a whole lot about being in London?
Is our government in the possession of a crash retrieval that was...
I remember like small things, but not like a lot. Like little small, like going to my grandma's house.
Right.
Being with my mama. I remember like going to the stores like across the street, and then like on my mama side of town, it's like this shit called a high street.
Okay. And
it's like a street just full of stores. I remember like walking over there. But I remember more like from when we went back and visited.
Okay.
Type, because we went back once to go visit when I was a little older. Mm-hmm. So I remember that more than I remember like stuff while I was there, like when I was younger.
Did you have very many friends? Do you remember friends when you were growing up? You say you left at 6 or 7. So did you have very many friends?
I just had family, like cousins, like a lot of cousins. Yeah, so I ain't really need no friends.
So your family, your mom moved you here. Of all the places in the U.S., why ATL, you think?
I don't know. I ain't never asked her.
You never asked her like, Mom, not New York, not Chicago, not LA, not Detroit, Atlanta.
I ain't never asked her that. Oh God.
Do you think about how different your life might have been had you gone to one of those places, or Chicago, or New York, or Detroit, or someplace other than the east side of Atlanta?
Damn. Nah, I ain't never thought about that. Oh God.
You would just happen to like, okay, so you get here, you get settled in, so obviously you're in a new, London is very, very, so is London, I'm assuming London is very different than Atlanta.
It is, but it ain't though.
Really?
To me, because it's like, it looked different,
okay,
but it's the same shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, when I came over here, like, I had family too.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you just around family.
Oh, so your mom, so you had relatives in Atlanta?
Like, my mama friends, they moved with us. So
okay.
All the people that I grew up with, all moved.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were just like moving by yourself, like just you and your mom.
Nah.
You had a large contingent with you.
Yeah.
Oh, so did that make the transition a lot easier?
I ain't know about no transition. I'm just a child. I'm just with my mama. You know what I'm saying? So,
So how soon did you get acclimated, and how soon did you make friends once you got to Atlanta?
Like, quick. Like, it was this boy named Skinny.
Mm-hmm.
He had got killed though, like a couple years ago.
Wow.
But that was like the first person I met that like ended up being like my best friend.
Okay.
Like growing up, they used to stay like, we stayed in the upstairs apartment. He stayed directly under us.
Okay.
And his mama, like, we was bad as hell because it was 6 of us. Well, back then it was like 4 of us.
Okay.
So we used to be jumping up and down, running around. And he was the youngest, but his siblings was like way older than him.
Okay.
And like, so their house was quiet. They got plastic on their couch, all that. So like when we used to make noise, his mama would grab a broom and hit the roof. So we ended up getting cool, hunt. His mama and my mama ended up getting real cool.
Okay.
And I used to like stay at his house. He used to stay at my house. Like I still talk to his mama all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your family, your background, y'all think of your mom was from the Dominicana, your father was from
Dominica.
Dominica.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It ain't not Dominican Republic.
Dominica.
Yeah.
And so how much of the tradition from when you came from London did you guys bring with you? So did you matriculate into East Atlanta rather seamlessly?
Like,
because you said you got a big family, you got 6, like four boys and
no, it's 3 boys and 3 girls.
3 girls, 3 boys, okay,
yeah.
And your mom,
yeah. And then my little sister, them daddy, he Jamaican,
okay.
And what you mean, like food wise?
Yeah, as far as
yeah. My mama cooked,
okay,
for sure, yeah.
So how soon did you start eating some of, because they got the moxtail, they got the smothered pork chops, smothered chicken.
They got me feeling like I'm Djakidemiks.
Everybody who like played with her type shit, all great, cool. But when she finally acknowledged some of the people who've been dissing her, especially like Nicki Minaj, I was shocked because I just thought Meg was too pussy for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I gotta give her credit. Anyway, she teased a song. The song was called Hiss, and this was what was teased, which was the intro. Here we go. So that was the intro. Obviously, I would love to play the entire song. I have very stark criticism of pretty much the entire song in terms of what she's saying, sometimes her flow. One thing I can say about Meg, what comes across to me about Meg is that Meg isn't one of these women, like, maybe Meg has used a ghostwriter. I've heard, I don't know. Or maybe she's got, let's just say, gotten help at times. One thing I do know is I know when Meg is writing. And you know why? Because Meg writes the same way every time she writes. And there will be certain shit that's like, oh, that's fire. But then she writes more in freestyle format. If you've ever seen her freestyles, she writes more in that format than she writes in... It's very noticeable, I guess I should say, right? So, for example, this song, I ain't gonna lie to you, I actually believe that she definitely wrote this. Right? So, again, unfortunately, when we talk about some of these rappers, we do got to talk about, do we think they wrote it? Because, like, if we see Carisha come out with a diss song, goddamn well she ain't put pen to paper typewriter to motherfucking white paper. She ain't do a motherfucking thing. She is just struggling to read that bitch. So we do got to talk about that in certain artists. Now, here's the thing. Overall, as a song, I thought it worked, right? You know, it's not the best diss song, but it basically did what she needed to do. Yo, y'all been victimizing me for all this time. Y'all been playing on my name. Some of y'all still on that Tory shit, man. Fuck all y'all. And matter of fact, you know what? Rather than y'all keep shaming me about me being a whore, I'm going to own up to it, and I'm just going to try to flip it in a way that's tolerable for my audience, right? Like, she tried to, I can pull up the lyrics here.
We don't know.
Again, I would play the whole thing, but I can't because there's copyright issues, and we're on YouTube right now. So let's do Meg Thee Stallion, his lyrics. Okay. So let me read some lyrics, and I know I'm not going to probably do it in her voice or maybe her intonation or her cadence, but we're going to try. So this is the intro right here. Who's this beat maker? Bankroll got it. We got to see who that is, all right? It says, I feel like Mariah Carey got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous. Might get managed by Chris Jenner next. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hooked, nose full of that Tina Snow. And since nigga need Meg help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. All of you bitches is weak on the Bible. Weak on the Bible. Talking shit from where no one can find you. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral. Who's that? Ooh. Was that it? Who's she dissing, though? Who's this line at? This is definitely at someone. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral.
I'm in the chat. Gonna drop it.
Somebody said, oh, that's to Nikki. Oh, it's that play off the husband thing. Got you. Somebody said, hey, I'm sexy as fuck and I'm freaky. Get whoever I want, eeny meeny. Now, this is going to be a hard sell for Meg. Meg has to somehow take this industry-wide assumption and label of her being a whore, right? And try to make it, like, try to take the power in it to say, yeah, I fuck a lot of people, but it's because I want to fuck them. I don't know if that will play well, but she's trying. She says, why the fuck would I stay with a nigga that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a very horrible way on selling. It's cool to be a whore. You know what I mean? Like, this is a horrible way. Like, bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. That just sounds like an STD. Whoa. Says, say he fucked Megan, now he the topic. These niggas think they lowered the value. All this free promo, I'm turning a profit. Hey, when niggas be kissing and telling, say he a player, but he in his feelings. But I won't give up the pussy again. Shit, should have gave it to his friend. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes be mad at Megan's Law. I don't know what the problem is. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. Now, this line is a clear disrespect, and it's a jugular shot to Nicki Minaj. We're gonna see where this thing really turned into a whole, like, Nicki Minaj was unhinged after that. Now, just to let you know, Megan's Law is a federal law in the United States. It requires law enforcement to make information available to the public regarding sexual offenders. So if you have been convicted of a sexual crime, according to Megan's Law, you're going to have to register. And when you register via Megan's Law, your whereabouts or where you're living has to be open and known to everybody in that community for their safety of their kids, okay, and themselves as well, right? It says this is likely a shot. Okay, cool. Now, this is Kenneth Petty's. This is his California Megan Law's website, and remember, he at first he was actually either locked back up or he had got brought back to court because Nicki Minaj bought a house, and even though she's his husband, it doesn't absolve him from his past transgressions or what he pled guilty to. He didn't register and he got in trouble for it. And then, he did the whole thing with Offset, and I think he's still on like a house arrest, maybe. However, he has to register, and unfortunately, this is one of the reasons why Nicki Minaj's address keep getting doxxed. Because unless his permanent residence doesn't happen to be one that is Nicki Minaj, there has to list a address there. Now, you can't really cheat the system. This is not like, going to school in a different district. Like, if he has an address that he doesn't stay at primarily, he could get in trouble for that too. So he has to be truthful about it. I think later on he did register at the new address which he shares with Nikki. Anyway, let's keep going. He says, I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start. Said, bitch, you a pussy. Never finna check me. Every chance you get, bet your weak ass won't address me. Whoa, oh my God, Jesus. Now, this is a very ironic and is an ironic line. Nicki Minaj did a lot of addressing last night, and Meg did not respond back. No, Nicki did a lot of addressing. You didn't respond afterwards. Anyway, said bitches swear they G, but the G must stand for goofy. When the fuck did all the gangster niggas turn to groupies? Everybody want to kick it when you're in a threat. These niggas don't like me because they know I'm on their neck, okay? It says, y'all goofy assholes look so dumb every time y'all celebrate fake news. Ha, use my name for likes and views. I don't give a fuck what y'all make trend. Bitch, I still win. Then she says, nigga, you ain't here? I ain't scared of dick. Any man go against me, I handle shit. Jesus Christ. I'm Teflon Don in the courtroom, yeah. They be throwing that dirt. Don't shit stick. All these little rap niggas so fraud. Xanax be they hardest bars. These niggas hate on BBLs walking around with the same scars. Real curvy, no edging. Niggas fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't work coming back for seconds. Cosplay gangsters, fake ass accents, posting another nigga hood like a bad bitch. Says, I'm a big dog, bitch. Can't little sis me. Hoes get views when they try to diss me. Make one move, got him in a tizzy. Killing shit. That's why they trying to rip me. Still going hard with the odds against me. These niggas don't have fans, they bots. These bitches don't have ass, they shots. It's interesting. Does Meg have surgery? Or am I tripping? Does Meg have surgery? And by the way, I'm going to go back up to those lines that clearly were meant. I'm going to go back to those lines that were clearly meant for Drake, right? Like, for example, these lines, which, by the way, Drake had a line. Drake diss Meg. He had a line called, on her loss. He had a line where he says, where was the line? He says, it was on Circle Loco. He raps, this bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion, right? You obviously don't make the stallion, blah, blah. Meg did get on Instagram and said, yo, stop using my shooting for clout, bitch ass niggas. Since when the fuck is it cool to joke about a woman getting shot? You niggas, especially rap niggas, are lame. Ready to boycott about shoes and clothes, but dogpiling a black woman when she say one of y'all homeboys abused her, okay? All right. So this is her response back, I guess, lyrically to Drake. She's saying these niggas hate on BBLs, walking around with the same scars, real curvy, no edging, niggas fight to get in my section. Now, this obvious line here, I don't know necessarily how the front part hate on BBLs. Like, does Drake have a song not liking BBLs? Huh? Even though I think people are saying, well, she's directly responding to the line Drake did, where Drake says this bitch lie about getting shots. I don't know if Drake has ever hated on BBLs. I think Drake like BBLs, BBWs. He like everything with a BB. He might like a BlackBerry. Who knows? So I don't know if Drake has hated on BBLs, but people do attribute this part to Drake, which is hate on BBLs, but walking around with the same scars. Now, it's been long rumored that Drake supposedly went to Dr. Miami, you know what I mean? Like, he had a little gut or something like that. He had that big act pouch, and then he just got that shit carved the fuck up on the table. And I guess people look at it because they're like, yo, this nigga don't even look normal. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I don't know. I don't want to, like, as much as I like Drake, I don't want to be the guy who's watching how his body is sculpted. I'm good. But we've heard Joe Budden before in the past rap that about Drake. Joe Budden diss Drake lyrics. Like, it might have been Making a Murderer. Was it Making a Murder? Where Joe Budden, I think he was the first person who ever said it. Let me see. Where is it? No, Which song was it? Y'all probably know more than me. Which song was it? Somebody said His Body, His Choice. Hilarious. His Body, His Choice. It's Wake, right? No, it's Wake. It's Wake. Joe Budden, Wake lyrics. Okay. Where is it at? Dr. Miami. Maybe it's What Am I Afraid Of? Joe Budden, What Am I Afraid Of? No, it's Afraid. Okay, all right, that's what it's called. Miami? No, what? Is it this? I just want to get to the, oh, here we go. Okay. This is Drake. No, this is Joe Budden dissing Drake. Remember, he dropped 3 diss songs at Drake. Drake never really responded. This is after, like, I think either Stace, No Shopping or, like, No Stylist. One of them, and Joe just went ballistic. Drake was on tour, and Drake just clowned him. He never really responded. Joe dropped 3 diss songs back to back to back. I thought, like, Twitter.
CountyMade. Sponsor live streams.
Are hard, but Drake was just like, nah, I'm not about to respond to you. Anyway, in one of the diss songs, Joe Budden is the first time I heard about it. You can tell me if you heard about it before. Basically, it says like, yo, he says, see, some of us know you as Jimmy, barely old. He had the baby belly fro. Nigga was frailed up in his clothes. Barely got a hold, and it seemed very out of control. Wish we could go back and grab the BlackBerry with a scroll. Oh, yeah, Aubrey, that's the one we trusted. Not this new Aubrey with the stomach sculpted. I'm disgusted. You're such a fucking incumbent. Can't govern. Trust in public, becoming a fucking puppet. I think this might have been the only part. But the stomach sculpted part was very, like, people were like, what do you mean stomach sculpted? Right? So Joe did have a tweet. I don't know if he deleted it. Looked like it's still up. It says, irrelevant rappers is greater than rappers who get lipo twice. So I think that's when people were like, oh, so, you know, Drake is going and getting under the knife to get fat sucked out of his stomach because he want to have that 8-pack or whatever the case is. This is the first time we ever heard about these things. You know what I mean? What do y'all think about that? I mean, necessarily, like, I don't really like to judge how other men, like, carry their bodies. Granted, I'm not in the best shape, period, so it's like, whether somebody worked out for it or got under the knife. Well, actually, I guess I would probably, because I wouldn't get on a knife. Nah. Or maybe I'm just, like, copping a plea for Drake, because you don't like Drake. Is that kind of gay? Is that kind of, like, bro? I ain't gonna lie, there was a video of, like, Funk Flex getting fat, like, sucked out of, like, his stomach. Yo, that should disturb me, bro. Somebody said, y'all calling it a BBL. That's the gay part. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like the Bandman Kevo thing, right? Everybody knows Bandman Kevo. Bandman Kevo. Well, I hate to type BBL, but, like, that's the thing that, you know, is, yeah. Anyway, shit. Let me see. This was Bandman Kevo was like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he got his body done and everything like that. How it would look before they do it. They basically wrote on his stomach and created this and somebody said Moneybag Yo got it? Moneybag Yo. Yeah, no, honestly, I wouldn't do that. Bro, I'm really Moneybag Yo. Yeah, no, created this and then they gave him the surgery. But he said it's not a BBL. He got ab and waist liposuction, and I think they might have, like, pushed fat or some of the fat into creating a pectoral region. I don't know exactly what happened, but he did tell me about. By the way, I ain't gonna lie, Bandman Kevo offered me. He said, "Ack, I want to pay for you and like 2 other celebrities to get their body done." And I keep telling you, I'm so pussy. First of all, I'm scared of needles, but second of all, imagine, like, you know, I have these horror stories. You know, God rest Donda West, which is Kanye West's mom. Imagine dying on a motherfucking Dr. Miami cold metal table where they're just fucking stabbing shit into you just to suck out some fat. Okay, listen, people call me fat online. I'll deal with that more than trying to change my body by getting a bunch of shit put. I don't know, bro. Somebody said Moneybag Yo got it? Moneybag Yo. Yeah, no, honestly, I wouldn't do that. Bro, I'm really scared that... I don't even think I'm that opposed to the surgery necessarily. I just think that I'm like the 1%. I try this shit, I'm dead. You know what I mean? You know, been trying to work on a little bit of diet recently. Again, you know, for me, the more healthier lifestyle I live, you know, I won't be doing late night stress eating type shit, and hopefully, you know, I lose weight. But you know, again, I am still on the mission of trying to create a good energy around me, which hopefully will lead to some weight loss, right? Somebody says Drake went on got a fat transfer. Now, here's the difference. A liposuction, and I don't know if there's any chat queens in here who have got this procedure, because I feel like it's almost common now. Like, women are getting like either these fat transfers, which a fat transfer normally is a fat transfer usually into your butt is a BBL. So usually they'll take it from your sides or other fatty regions on your body, maybe your inner thighs, and they'll put it in the buttocks. And that's what a BBL is. Now, here's the thing. Maybe this is why they were calling what Bandman Kevo did a BBL, because I do think they took fat from certain places and may have put it somewhere in his pecs or somewhere. They allocated it somewhere. So people are calling any fat transfer a BBL, which I don't think technically that's right. But people are looking at it like, yo, as a dude, you shouldn't be getting fat transfer. That just sounds kind of moist, right? Drake getting it done twice. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have like a telltale sign. I got like a telltale sign of when I know a nigga done got, for lack of a better term, I'm gonna call it the BBL surgery. Anytime one of these niggas who are usually skinny fat get one of these surgeries, they're in the gym acting like they're LeBron James, nigga. They're acting like they've been working out every day. Like, they always start showing you them in the gym. Like, I know exactly when Moneybag Yo got it, because Moneybag Yo was acting like, yo, he was in the gym every day. You know what I mean? This nigga was in the gym like, yeah, I got time today. This nigga was like, lift his two, like, it was like 20 on each side. I'm like, yo, cut the malarkey. Look, Moneybag Yo, gym. Somebody said Kevo looks, I ain't gonna lie, Kevo definitely walked in and said, yo, I want the action figure look. Well, women like this look, right? Somebody said abs are muscles, so fat wouldn't help with that. I think women like this, you know, action figure look. Let me see. This is hilarious. Moneybag Yo shows off his gym gains. Yo, the only thing I would say, hey, so chat, and I've only seen this in Miami airport. Anybody been to Miami? Yo, when you're going through Miami TSA, especially on that Monday, because they usually go either that Monday or sometimes on a Friday. When you're leaving out of that airport, because I guess a lot of women book their mommy makeover or they book their BBL surgery and they got to be there at a certain time. So you usually see the influx of people come in the same time and leave the same time. Man, I saw a line of women. They're all in wheelchairs. Like, I thought there was something wrong with them until I realized they all got these girdles on and these cushions underneath them. And I was like, oh, shit, this is a line of women who just got the surgery, right? Yeah, I remember when Moneybag Yo was, like, actually a little pudgy. For a second, I was confused. I'm like, how these niggas go to the gym for, like, 4 days and they ripped as a motherfucker? Moneybag Yo fat. It was never like, yeah, it was kind of like this. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, not much definition. He's not like finesse 2 times type shit, but like, he wasn't like, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm a bodybuilder type shit. Until like the new gym pictures, and clearly he's on some bodybuilding time. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he looks kind of fit here. Is there like a side effect of this shit? So I said lean makes you fat? Let's see what he got going.
That you must take. You gotta have that mindset that quit.
See, that's the thing. A nigga go get a surgery and they got the motivational shit talking about they've been working out forever. You really don't know. You really don't know. Anyway, back to the situation. Okay, so Joe Budden claims that Drake got lipo twice, and now we go back to Meg, where Meg is basically kind of like hinting towards that too, saying that he has the same scars as a woman that got a BBL, right? So if you have the same scars, that means they've sucked out fat out of your body at the same places, which is, I think it's a normal same places. I think it's like maybe around stomach area, like thigh or something like that. They've sucked out fat in the same areas that would suck it out for a regular girl wanting a BBL. So I guess she's making fun of Drake, okay? Does Drake look like he's on that shit though? Let me see. Like, pause. Like, we're not looking at Drake like that, but like, we're just trying to, try to see if we could verify whatever. I don't know. Maybe Drake is on that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I remember when Drake kept posting gym videos. Like, it was him and OVO Rocks. Drake, OVO Rocks. But Drake be playing basketball though, right? Maybe he's natural. This is his trainer here. These have mad workout videos on here. I can't find any right now. These are like boxing videos and all that type of shit. Anyway, all right, whatever. Fuck it. Cool. It's a real curvy, no edging. Niggas fight to get in my section, right? He says, don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't worth coming back for seconds. You see, this is like an odd like way how Meg is trying to get us to like buy into this shit. Like, are we supposed to like give you credit because you're like having one night stands? Like she's trying to make this believable. You know what I mean? She says cosplay gangsters, fake ass accents, posted in another nigga hood like a bad bitch. Now, and she says, where are you from? And I think she's kind of talking about, I don't know if she's kind of also aiming at Jay Prince, but we all know that Drake is a Houstonian, right? And Drake obviously fucks with Jay Prince. Jay Prince, who fucks with her former boss, which is Carl Crawford, 1501. This line seems like it's talking to Drake too. Basically saying, Drake, why are you always in other people's hood? What hood are you from? Now, I've talked to my sources. Drake is from the treacherous hoods in Canada. Like, there's some hoods in Canada y'all should know about. Y'all don't know my boy, Top 5. Like, I know some of y'all might think Canada is sweet, but it's not. So, from what I'm hearing, Drake's from one of them, like, you know what I mean? The murder rate is hella high hoods type shit. You feel me? Anyway, then she continues. She says, I'm a big dog, bitch. Can't little sis me. Hoes get views when they trying to diss me. Make one move, got him in a tizzy. Killing shit. That's why they try to rip me. Still going hard with the odds against me. These niggas don't have fans, they bots. These bitches don't have ass, they shots. Now, I thought Meg had ass shots. Or not, like, I thought she had a BBL. Because Meg has been looking pretty good. I did tell you that Meg, I don't know if she got the surgery too, or she was just really working out while Tory was going to jail, and she popped back out, but she been looking really good, really healthy. And I will say, if she is natural, I got to give her some credit. Man. In the land of the BBLs, when you see a natural woman, you got to say, hey, I salute you. Okay, who the fuck is this? Oh. Okay. All right. Well, we know Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj got ass shots, right? Nicki Minaj ass shots. Let me see. Yeah, Nicki. Yeah, I think that's an ass shot right there, right? Like, it looked like she was sitting on the Spalding basketball. Like, yeah. But, you know what I mean? You also got to give Nicki a little bit of credit or give her a little bit of a pass. Nicki came from, like, old school. Like, I think Nicki allegedly got ass shots before BBL was even probably invented. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if she could take them out and just go BBL, but she already had, like, some shit going on, right? All right. Then Meg says, and they still tuned in. If they fans or not, allegations from oppositions, bitch niggas just eating it up. These blogs get paid to lie. Y'all talking shit and be broke as fuck. Bottom line is I'm still rich. Y'all do Megan bad and I'm still good. Bringing up who might have fucked, and the bottom line is they still would. Okay. I hear little battle rap lines. I just want to fuck my nigga in peace, but all my old niggas still love me. Nigga ain't hitting this pussy in years. Damn, I knew my shit was heat. None of you niggas was wifey material. None of you niggas was worth all the drama. None of you niggas was hitting it raw. Like, this is a wild, crazy whole bar right here. None of you niggas was hitting it raw. I just want to be like, yo, who cares? We hit. Like, I don't know who, like, you can't diss a nigga and be like, at least you ain't hit it raw. Okay. Still hit though. All right, whatever. So, and I'm not mad at, and mad I'm not one of your baby mamas. Who would be mad that she's, maybe it's, who got multiple baby mamas? Tori? No, Tori got one. Party? I don't know. Always got my ass out. Always let my titties show. When I'm in the gym, I think about the bitches I'm shitting on. I'm way too fucking cocky to take him back if he been cheating. I can't let none of you raggedy bitches think that y'all my equal. Ever since I claimed the summer, all you bitches want a season. Ask a hoe why she don't like me. Bet she can't give you a reason. You know, motherfucking well, these bitches want to sound like Tina. Don't you grab a mic and think you that me and you competing. Hey, bad bitch and the walls ain't bending. Post photo, name starts trending. Why every time one of y'all Z-list hoes do an interview, I get mentioned? I don't give a fuck. Let's see, who be talking about her? That ain't Chromaz. Ain't nobody talking about no fucking Chromaz. I don't give a fuck who think what. You niggas is typing for nothing. On the internet typing the shit to me, write him a letter or something. Say, bitch ass nigga, don't type to me nothing else. Don't write to me nothing else. Get the fuck out the comments. Download JPay since y'all niggas got so much to say. Or schedule a conjugal visit or something. Ha. Dick riding ass niggas. Holy. Alright. Okay. Not bad. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we all knew this moment was gonna come. Because Nicki has been literally lyrically bullying these girls and they have been running out of options. So somebody had to pick up a stick. What I was most impressed by was this, okay? After Meg drops that song, and before people could even digest all the lyrics, 15 minutes later, you get Nicki Minaj, she gets on Instagram Live, and she previews a song she kind of had in the tuck. This is her song. Check this out.
Hey, 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 hey. Listen to this, y'all. I said that. Hey, y'all. I said. Play it again, I heard you, man. Go right back to that part, right?
Basically about like 4 bars, but I ain't gonna lie to you. This is why I say, like, if I'm y'all rappers, I stick to calling her old. I think y'all got to keep hitting her with the husband thingy, even though I think she's kind of figured out a counter to it a little bit, but got to keep hitting her with that. Hit her with the old shit, because I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's clear that Nicki comes from an old school mentality of wanting to get into it lyrically, and you know why I think Nicki's so down to do it. Because here's the thing. Number one, I don't think she want to give clout to none of these other women. But I do believe that Nicki realizes that there isn't a competitor that is down and capable to go toe-to-toe and bar-to-bar with her. That's the problem. You get what I mean? So Nicki Minaj is just literally cyberbullying these girls, and she's just playing around with it. She probably had this in the tuck. This might be an unfinished song, but just to Meg probably been working on her song for like 2 months, right? Like trying to get every line right. Like, Nicki having fun. You get what I mean? Playing with her kid in the next room, got her husband cooking up some eggs and bacon and shit like that, and she's just fucking going in, right? I'll play it again. Okay. You can tell it's unfinished because you hear the beat without words. Here we go.
Hey, 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 hey. Listen to this, y'all. I said that. Hey, y'all. I said. Play it again, eh?
Okay. All right. So, Nicki posts this. Everybody's like, oh my God. Like, damn. Like, again, I got to give Nicki some credit. Nicki responded back immediately. Right? What happened afterwards, And by the way, Nicki was on Twitter just having a blast. Like when she heard Meg's track, she posted this like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Then you had Meg post this, basically show that she was laughing at what Nicki just posted, right? And then, you know, obviously we talked about the Drake thing already. The next iteration pretty much came down last night. Now, she went on live for a while, and we're going to play that live. But before then, she sent out some interesting tweets. She says, Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan Raw. I ain't gonna lie, that's a fire bar. Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan Raw? Nah, you got it. Yo, you got it. You got it. Hey, what I do like what Nicki's doing is that Nicki isn't being shamed by her husband's past, and she's telling motherfuckers, square up with me, nigga. You get what I mean? So again, obviously, if I'm one of these girls, I'm definitely going to use Nicki's husband past against her. But Nicki has found a way to just like, oh, no, I'm not going to bury my head in the sand because that might just be a bad look for my career. All right, whatever. Say whatever about him. I already said my defense about it. This shit's old. Let's talk about you, bitch, right? What I do believe is that nobody could go toe-to-toe with Nicki, just straight bars, and she's banking on that shit. The only way to get at Nicki is call her. I keep telling y'all, like, yo, Meg, I could be an advisor in this beef. I'm probably the only person in hip-hop who could give you the blueprint to beat Nicki Minaj, okay? First of all, you came into this beef doing the right things. You got to call Nicki old. You got to call her old, bitter, and you got to talk about her husband being on the sexual offender registry, all right? She's kind of trying to knock off this whole sexual register shit. She wants you to rap with her. Don't do that. That's like actually a setup. You're not going to win. You got to shame Nicki. You got to shame Nicki as the old, bitter aunt that's a fucking creep. You get what I mean? You in any type of way, you got to do that. You got to do that by saying, yo, like, shit, listen, hey, any advice after this, I got to charge you. You got to be like, this, yo, Meg, I'm writing the next bar for you. Check this out. Your husband on the sexual registry list, your brother was doing all type of shit to 17-year-olds in jail, and you collaborated with 6ix9ine. I know 6ix9ine's my man's, but you got to throw him in the mix too. Everybody got to get it. You got to mention anybody who's had any type of sexual impropriety history with them. You got to just throw everything in the book, and you got to try to just fucking avalanche this bitch. Like, you can't, fuck the rapping. Like, we not going bar for bar with no Nicki Minaj. What you're going to have to do, get your research team on. You know how the barbers are stalkers? You got to find some shit out that nobody ever found out. You got to expose her or some shit like that. You got to find a lawsuit that she settled. Find something. Like, you got to find some dirt on Nicki. That's the only way you get out of the paint. You can't rap with her. Don't even try. Yeah, what you did was cute, but people already hyped off of her little 4-bar playing around better than yours. You can't rap with the GOAT. Don't try to rap with the GOAT. Try to expose her and try to clown her into the retirement home. That's what you do. Trust me on that, okay? Shame her. Shame her! Okay? Either that or get a ghostwriter. So, you know what I mean? If you want to get a ghostwriter, cool. But, you know what I mean? The ghostwriter later might expose you. Fuck that. Shame her! Okay. Let me see. J. Marie says, nah, ain't nobody hyped off that. Wait, y'all wasn't hyped off the Nicki shit? The Nicki shit felt like it got like a lot more attention. You know why? Because it was so direct. And that's another thing too. Nicki been waiting to be direct while all these other women have been tiptoeing. And I really thought that they're scared, not necessarily of Nicki, but Nicki's fan base. Like, it's been in every female rapper's best interest. Like, for example, look at JT. It's been in their best interest to be in the good graces of Nicki, that maybe the barbs could support their music. Because let's be honest, these women don't sell. Like, Nicki's she's like an enigma. The majority of these female rappers do not sell. They can't sell over 30,000 records. They don't sell. All they do is have followers on Instagram and go live and have 20,000 people watching them. They don't sell music. So there's been a strategy of new female musicians to say the only proven fan base in music that buys female music is Nicki Minaj barbs. So while I don't want to suck up to her, I can't beef with her. While I don't want to be her underling, I can't go at her. And if she do take little shots at me, I'm going to ignore it. So that's the thing. I really think everybody cares about Nicki's fan base because Nicki's fan base is doing something that none of their fan base is doing, which is buying records. If you get what I mean. Somebody said, Big Swello says, I don't care what nobody said. That new Meg song is heat. All right, hey, listen, I thought it was serviceable. Anyway, let's keep it going. Nicki Minaj then says, repent. Wicked woman, repent. And basically, the fuck? This is an old tweet from 2011 where Meg Thee Stallion says, my mama really wanted me to slap her in her motherfucking face. Now, let me be very clear. Meg Thee Stallion's mom passed away. Like, I believe, right? Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion's mom passed away. So we want to be also very, again, I know y'all would think me and Meg got beef. Like, no, we disagreed over a couple things. Ain't that fucking serious. I got to cover rap, you know what I mean? It ain't that fucking serious, you know what I mean? Whether she likes me or not, I still make my money. I don't care. So I'm not here also to disrespect her deceased mom, but Nicki is one of those ratchet mouth New York girls that you don't want to get into it with. They'll tell you they're the type to clown you about your abortion, your miscarriage, your dead mom, your dead cat, your dead animal. Shit, they might even clown you about being dead. You know what I mean? Again, they don't care. So anyway,